Mary, I'm interested to hear you talk about John McCain tonight the way you have, because on January 31st, on this show, you said, and I quote, John McCain has problems. He hasn't made a dent in winning the hearts and minds of the conservatives that the party has built upon. You went after him on immigration, on taxes, on the madness of his leap into the pseudo-religious global warming bandwagon. You said that on another show. This is what you were saying about John McCain a month ago.
That's right, and I still disagree with his position on global warming, but I don't disagree with a market-based energy overhaul or a market-based entitlement reform, and I think he'll get there much quicker and more comfortably than the other side. There are issues on which we disagreed, and many conservatives did, and he's making great strides in addressing those while bringing Democrats and independents into the Republican Party on conservative principles, which is
I'm not sure he's doing that. The more he panders to the right wing, the less he's going to attract those independents and conservative Democrats.
You can call it pandering, or you can talk about expressing and conveying core principles and applying them to 21st century problems, as I'm sure George Allen will be able to articulate
he
better
will in
than
a few
I
moments,
later.
I'm sure. I'm talking about a guy who had very key positions, strong positions on certain key issues for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden is taking different positions, it sounds to me, timing-wise, to appease those on the right, his right flank, who he feels he needs at this point.
Oh, Alan, you know, democracy works. Democracy works. And if you want to talk about taking positions that are, forget about pandering, they're just completely irrational, what did your two icons of democracy do this last week? They completely capitulated on NAFTA, which is responsible for an exponential percentage of our growth. Our exports are what's propping up the slow growth that we have right now, and they managed to alienate our best friend, our neighbor to the north. It's just, don't even talk to me about this.
Now, you're playing a game of he said on the NAFTA Canada situation. Nobody's changed their position. John McCain has changed his position on immigration, on torture, and on the Bush tax cuts. And I go down the list of things that have changed since he became the darling of conservatives all of a sudden.
No, Alan, we're not going to have a campaign like this where you're going to mischaracterize. I'm not mischaracterizing the Democrats' position. No, I'm not. Hillary and both Barack and Mrs. Clinton, Senator Obama and Senator Clinton, both said that it had been an enormous benefit to this country. When they got to Ohio, they both flipped on that. That's a matter of record. John McCain has walked through where he was on the Bush tax cuts then, and why he was where he was, and where he is today, and where he's going to do what he's going to do going forward. This is called democracy, and then everyone's going to fight over these swing votes. Right now, John McCain is getting twice as many Democrats as Barack Obama is getting Republicans. They're all splitting the independents, but John McCain is winning on every single issue except for health care, and he hasn't laid out his plan yet. The country wants a market-based health care plan. Yes, we have. The Republicans have a plan to reduce health care costs, and it would have been passed already if your people didn't step in front of it when Bush put it out there. Yes, Alan. There is history. There is data. There is a record. Go to it.
All right. You'll go back to James and argue with him now. We thank you very much for coming on the program. Coming up, more on the Democratic battle. Is there